This is my 2007 Honda CBR 600RR. This particular bike, unlike most, probably looks the same way on camera that it does off camera. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. The fairings are barely being held together. These colors are beautiful and they pop. And I love this bike. I love the orange wheels. I love the color scheme. I actually changed the color scheme. Originally when I bought it, it was mostly white with a red stripe. And then accidents happen, you don't put the fairings back on right. That blew off and I discovered this fairing. Some of the things you might notice about this bike that aren't common on other bikes is I have some deer whistles. These are common here in Texas. You put them on your car just in case a deer decides they want to cross the road in front of you. I make sure I have these because sometimes the highways here will go from lights to no lights and you definitely want to have a deer whistle. It's still a great bike. It is a tank. Been working great for me for the last 5 years and I couldn't ask for a better first bike for me to have. Again, it is a 2007. It does have about 32,000, maybe 34,000 miles on it. I think it's a great bike and I love it. You can see I have the aftermarket mirrors on it, which are basically the knockoff of Rizoma. And I think it looks good. You just got to move your arm out of the way for you to be able to see. It's a great bike. I really love it. I love the seat. I love the comfort. I love the cushion. And we're going to be able to see this bike go from being something that's street ridden to be ridden on the track on a regular basis. And I can't wait for that to happen. So stay tuned to the channel. The objective of the channel came about because I bought this bike and shortly after buying it, one of the questions asked to me almost immediately and very frequently was, so when are you gonna take it to the track? That kind of blew my mind because I wasn't aware that you could do track days. Almost immediately I started finding out what entailed going to the track, ended up renting a room to someone who was familiar with the process and also had my bike worked on at a shop with someone who actually helped coach during track days. So it was my goal to try and get to the track. That was almost 5 years ago. Fast forward through that time, I've done a few modifications that over time I will explain to you, and I've prepared the bike to be ready for the track. For me, it's not about going out, doing bike meets and racing people on the freeway, which that's cool. I watch a lot of those videos. Shout out to a lot of those guys, 650E, Fastlane D, Adobo Moto. A lot of those guys out there I watch, but that's just not my thing. My focus is on what can I do with this thing for the reason it was made, and I just want to see what it can do. And I also want to see what I can do. I want to push the limits of myself as well. There wasn't really anyone out there who was taking you through what happens on the track from the very first time that you get there through the time that you progress to where you want to be. And I want any of those people out there who want to know what it's like to go through that journey, go through the journey with me. I'm basically going to take you through what you need to do to get the bike ready, what you need to do to get yourself ready, all the stuff you need for the bike, all the gear you need for yourself. I'm going to take you through what happens from day one, everything that I do step by step so that you have a clear understanding so that when you're ready to step in and go to the track, you feel comfortable. I'm gonna get some new gloves, I'm gonna get the suit, and I'm gonna get the undersuit that slips under it as well. I'm just excited about doing all of that and getting the bike on the track and really seeing what it's like. Being that I live in Austin, Texas, being able to go to MotoGP, if you pay for the weekend pass, part of that includes being able to ride your bike around the track. And when you take this bike on a track, I don't care if you're going 10 miles an hour or if you're going 70 miles an hour, when you feel your tires grip that track, it's just a different feeling. You can actually feel them gripping the track as opposed to what you feel on the street and not really being sure. And it was from that moment I knew I gotta do something about this and help out other people who are gonna wanna see it. You know why we're here. You know that the channel is called Uncut to Track, which is what I'll be doing, trying to visit as many tracks in this country and around the world as I can. You now know what type of motorcycle I have. You'll be able to get that. You'll be able to get to know me. Hopefully you'll be able to become a better rider. Listen, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I gotta be motivated to make some more video for you guys, and I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks.